With a continuously rotating calendar of shows, it's fair to say Melbourne is the golden child when it comes to musical theatre. And one of the world's favourite musicals has returned to our city. So put on your red lippy and get ready to be thrilled, chilled and fulfilled because the Rocky Horror Show has landed. The brand new Australian production of the iconic rock and roll musical celebrates its 50th anniversary at the Athenaeum Theatre. Written and created by Richard O'Brien, the Rocky Horror Show sees a newly engaged naive couple, Brad and Janet, caught in the rain with a flat tyre. But I'll let them tell the story.
Well, thankfully they passed by a castle not too far off. Unfortunately, the castle's inhabitants are a strange mix of characters, you could say. I think a lot of people come to Rocky for the soundtrack. The story is nonsense and is what it is, and that's iconic in itself. Once the time warp kicks up, like, everyone's just into it. Once Sweet Transvestite kicks up, like, there's just so many iconic tracks.
And fun fact, the time warp was inserted into the show as a filler. They were like, oh, we need a dance number, and Richard O'Brien was like, you know what, time warp.
Popular radio announcer Miff Warhurst gets suited up to join the cast, while Australian superstar Jason Donovan steps into a pair of high heels to play the gender-bending lead role of Frankenfurter. Welcome home.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a while, actually. It's such a fun show to be part of. There's such a big audience participation.
It's like a really, really bonkers family in here, and then you invite the audience in and it just gets even looser. It's great. I had no idea in my 50th year I'd be doing this performance for its 50th year. It's like it was meant to be, but I don't know if I'll be doing any more music theatre in my future, but I've loved every minute of it.
And there's a gravity that Myth brings to the whole piece. You know, the audience, you know, have such affection for you and your one-liners.
And Miff, growing up with Jason on our televisions, what's it like now working in a production with him?
Well, if I'd have told 15-year-old me that that was the case, she would be squealing on the inside. And, you know, frankly, when I first got the news, I was. But watching the audience fall in love with Jason and be blown away by the performance is just one of the best things you can see every night.
Give yourself over to absolute pleasure.
It's not an introverted experience, and it requires energy, and if you feel like you're slightly tiring down, it winds itself up with these songs. And Sweet Transvestite is a wonderful song to open. It's game on when I come on stage, definitely.
Jason will be playing Frankenfurter until July 9, and then Olivier Award winner David Bedella, who's previously played the role on Broadway and the West End, will perform in Melbourne until July 30. With its cult following, you're likely to sit amongst an audience dressed as their favourite character.
I will eye connect with you. If you come as Magenta, you'll get a little wink.
I'll dedicate the tap solo to you.
Oh,
You're in the front
how
row
dare
and
you
you're in a
one-up me on
costume.
TV.
That's the thing.
Stella, you have a lot of wig and outfit changes. Does that get challenging?
Yeah, there are very short turnarounds between some of the changes, particularly at the end of the show. And there's been some bloodshed and some tears.
And Darcy, you do one of the most famous tap dances in the world.
I'm not a tap dancer, which everybody kind of... I come from a dance background, so I love it, but it's not my forte, so it's been kind of fun to do something that, for me, is outside of my comfort zone.
I have not done time warp for a really long time.
Is that the time?
Mm-hmm. Do you think you could reteach me?
Yeah,
It's time to time warp,
Let's do it. So it's the right hand. Let's do hands on hips, time, warp. We go down again. 2, 3, up we go. And down. Jump your feet together. So much faster.
The exhilarating finale of the show will have you leaving the theatre energised, so I suggest heading a block over to Russell Place for a post-drink at Black Kite Commune. Open daily from 4 p.m, this moody bar is set in an industrial-style loft with a mezzanine. There's no need to line up for drinks as they offer table service, and if you snag a booth upstairs, you can settle right in and buzz for service. So don't shiver with anticipation. The Rocky Horror Show will be in Melbourne until July 30, so get online and book your tickets at ticketmaster.com.au and visit rockyhorror.com.au for more info.